Ain't Got It Yet podcast, episode 79. One more to 80, man. Episode 79. I'm Michael Flicks.
I'm the Don.
Yeah, sure. I'm the one and only DJ, baby.
That's what's up. Welcome back to another episode of the Ain't Got It Yet podcast, man. We appreciate y'all continuing to tap in with us. I'll give y'all another good week of conversation and hopefully debate. I like arguing with you niggas, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I like arguing with anybody as long as the argument stays respectful. But I love arguing and debating, so hopefully we'll bump into one of those today. How y'all doing though, man, since last week? We had a really good podcast last week, then popped out downtown, had a good time downtown. What y'all been up to since then, though?
Shit, dealing with the backlash of them goddamn videos.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I'm glad y'all getting the backlash now. Yeah. Normally it's like, bro, what your boys talking about? Or like, nigga,
crazy, but I don't really get no backlash from my I don't get.
You don't really be saying anything out of pocket or like anything that black people.
I feel like I do, but I don't at the same time.
Like it's nothing that people can be like, nah, that's fucked up type shit. You feel me? You just say shit like.
I swear to God, I don't be getting no backlash. I be feeling like I gotta butt in to like help. back one of y'all up for like I don't be getting they'll be coming for me. I appreciate it though. Let's keep it that way.
Shorty said I had anger management. I was like, what? I got anger issues.
I know her personally too. She does my facials actually. She's fired too. Y'all should go get her facial. She's fired.
Like, what?
Shout out to Miss Stephanie J. She's good people. Yeah. She's good people. She gonna do an episode with us soon. Well, hopefully. Right. I don't know about after that exchange. But nah, she good people. She good people. She should be doing a podcast with us pretty soon.
Well, shit. Since we on the topic of her. She told me to do something, you feel me? So I'm gonna do it. She told me to ask my closest homies they outlook on me. And since y'all,
I love this.
I would say y'all
outlook as far as what?
Like me as a person, like my qualities and shit like that.
I ain't gonna lie to you. What did she say? I didn't even read what she said. What she say?
She said basically based on what he was saying about like how he speaks to women or how he would speak to his woman. And from her perspective, and I kind of agree with it, she was saying like that what she was saying was, I mean, I said it on the show. I'm not, you know what I mean?
You got anger problems?
No, not anger problems, but she was saying like, if you care about someone, then you'll consider your tone and the words that you choose when you're addressing them. And he was saying like, it sounds like they want to be spoken to like a child. And she was basically saying like, well, if you have that viewpoint, then you're not really considering or like caring about the people that you're speaking to. So I wouldn't have said that to nobody. I mean, everybody's their own person. I wouldn't have said this to nobody, but she was like, you should seek therapy or, well, she said
you should seek therapy or anger
management to figure out why you da-da-da-da-da-da.
I feel like that was more like saw her jumping the gun for real. Because you wasn't even mad when you said it. And I don't think you get mad when you telling somebody that. I feel like you just be like, how you like. So like to respond to her, how he is, like what he said on the podcast, he probably gonna say it that same way to his shorty. Like he ain't gonna scream at her and yell at her.
Oh no,
I don't think you was screaming and yelling when you was on the podcast, but I think you would say it the same way you would say it to, like, it'll be direct and it'll be what you say. Like, you know, if that's anger management, gang shit, then nigga, we all angry. Whoever's direct.
I wouldn't say.
I feel like that's more direct. I feel like angry comes more like with a choice of words versus a choice of words and a tone like combined. You can't really just be like, you speaking loud to me, so you mad or you.
I feel it.
You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to him, like, bro.
Are you saying she said ask your closest homies what, like their outlook on you?
Yeah,
when it comes to like,
I'll read it to you.
Yeah, let's read it. Let's read it.
I'll go straight to it and read it to you.
But it was like on a DM.
Nah,
in the comments.
That's crazy.
It's all thanks to you, Stephanie J.
Shout out to Stephanie J though.
Hey, she's really good peoples though, bro.
I don't know her, but
she's really good people.
The fact that she got at him, I respect it.
Nah, she's a sweetheart. Really smart girl, business oriented.
So she said, let me see.
She's cool people. She's a dope chick. Shit,
about to find it. Wait.
Boy, she told you need therapy.
Pull it up.
She said, this is what she said. She said, I doubt anyone wants to be talked to like a child. You should actually speak with respect to another adult. You're not their parent, nor do you control. Nor do you control them. I also don't condone speaking to children that you're trashing to seek anger management and therapy to figure out why you can't be considerate of others outside of yourself. And I said I don't need anger management or therapy. I treat everyone with respect. I just don't sugarcoat shit or beat around the bush. And then she said, the realest, most honest thing you can do for yourself is ask the people closest to you and reflect on what they have to say about you.
I think that's fair.
Now that's facts.
I think that's fair. I mean, I said my opinion on the podcast. I just don't. I would never want, like, if I'm talking, like nobody's gonna tell me like stop talking. I mean, somebody could. Like I wouldn't appreciate my girl saying that.
But it's different. All right, so it's different, right? So I'm not just saying like stop talking.
Quick minutes on this because this was the last week topic.
Yeah.
We're gonna get this like 3 minutes and then move on.
I'm not just saying like stop talking. It's not like I don't want you to speak or some shit. But if we're in a heated discussion, because I don't argue, I talk and discuss things. I don't argue. But if we're in a heated discussion and I'm trying to get my point across and you're interrupting me, and like everything I say is combative, like I'm gonna like instead of telling you like there's different ways you can say it, right? Your example last week was like, can you please stop talking? To me, that's asking a question. Like you're asking her to do something. I'm not asking you to do anything. I'm telling you to. So I'm not gonna just say, hey, can you please stop talking? I can see why you would say that though. I can see why can you please stop talking, respect and all that. That's respectful. It's not rude. But also stop talking to me is also respectful and not rude. If I was to tell her to shut the fuck up, then that would be disrespectful and rude. So I'm not gonna hit her with the shut the fuck up.
I hear you. I think a lot of that comes with like
I think she got mixed. She got it mixed up between you saying like stop talking to me and like stop talking in general type shit.
It's just,
I think a lot of that.
It's not like you saying more like stop talking.
I think a lot of that comes with
like,
understanding the person that you're dating. That's why I said I don't want the girl that I have to talk to like that. Like my girl or any girl that I'm single, but any girl that would be my girl. Like if we're having a heated, I have arguments in my relationship, so I'm cool with that. If we're having an argument and we're going back and forth, and you keep cutting me off, I would say that like, yo, stop talking. But when like my girl would know me enough to know that when I say that, because I don't do that, my girl would understand enough to like, all right, he's turned up a little bit. Let me chill out and let him get his words out. He's a little bit upset. So that's why I was saying I would never want a girl that I have to speak to like that. My girl would understand me enough to where I'd be like, hey yo, okay, stop talking and let me speak real quick. Like I wouldn't have to tell her like. So I agree with like what you said, and that's why like even when I was editing,
I never talked to a girl like that. By the way, y'all crazy.
You never got in an argument with your girl?
I never told her to stop talking.
Well, one of my biggest,
I never directly told her to stop talking.
One of my biggest pet peeves. I don't think I have either, honestly, but I would. One of my biggest pet peeves is being cut off. One of my biggest pet peeves is being cut off.
I hate being ignored, so I ain't finna tell you to stop talking. Like you stop talking,
Well, if you're having an argument with somebody, asking them or telling them to stop talking is not ignoring them. It's not like stop talking. I'm gonna go about my business.
I don't want you to stop talking. Like I want you to say what's on your mind. Because I'm gonna say what's on my mind. We're gonna have a conversation.
I feel it.
I'm big on communication back and forth. Like regardless of what it is. Like so, when you stop talking, like nah, don't stop talking. Like,
but like when I say stop talking, I don't mean like shut up and stop talking.
Yeah.
Like I mean like yo, I'm trying to say something and you stop talking. Let me speak. And then you can continue with what you was gonna say.
A lot of it's crazy though, because I get what you're saying. Like when like you talking and she like trying to talk over you.
Yeah.
Bro, when that shit happened to me, I just keep talking. Like I don't know if it's me, but like because I'm the oldest child.
You definitely do that.
I grew up with like
I'm good at this,
kids,
bro. I'm so good
bro,
with people.
I grew up with like little kids. So like a lot of times, like bro, just continuously talking, like they're gonna have to at one point shut the hell up and listen to what you're saying. Because like, I'm not changing my tone. I'm not like. I'm gonna just finish my sentence type shit. So at some point, you're gonna have to comprehend what I'm saying type, and to do that, you gotta shut the hell up. So that's really what I'm looking at.
You know what's so funny about you saying that, bro?
I'm talking, but I'm gonna keep talking because like, at some point you're gonna have to shut the hell up.
When you first came on the podcast, and this is not a shot, when you get on a show, podcast, and conversation, you have to learn the timing and getting other people the space to speak. So this is not a shot. When you first came on the shot, like you was cutting people off and speaking over people a lot.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's cool. Like it would be frustrating, but I'm like, I asked bro to be on the show. Like it's gonna take some time for us to figure out the rhythm. I understand that. Mm-hmm. But for me, that being one of my biggest pet peeves, it was real frustrating. And I was like, I remember like week to week, I'd be thinking like, okay, you had already told me you're the oldest. I'm like, okay, Dion's the oldest child. He's a basketball star. In high school and college, he was a basketball star. And now currently he's the captain of his team. Mm-hmm. He's used to being in spaces where when he speaks, things stop.
Yeah.
When I speak, all right, people know it's my turn to talk because I'm a leader in most spaces that I go in.
Yep.
That was something in my own brain. I was like, okay, I already knew you weren't doing it on purpose, but that was just another thing I had to think about those things. It was like, okay.
And on top of me, like learning how to, because like naturally I'm an introvert. I'm not like a outspoken person. Mm-hmm. It's like me being in that space, like, I I've like with the like, and it's crazy because I was just talking about this the other day. Like the last couple of years, I'm learning to like embrace that shit and like embrace like being like social and like really just speaking what's on my mind, like and just saying it when it's on my mind. Because a lot of times like I'll hold my tongue and then I'll lose my train of thought, and then when I actually do speak, or I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna wait. And then I actually start talking, and it's like I'll fuck around and lose what I was trying to say because I didn't just say it when I wanted to say it. And then a lot of times, like I have the right thing to say because when I'm speaking, especially like with my coaching shit, a lot of times, like, and a lot of times that's why I ended up being a captain because when I'm speaking with my coach 1-on-1, I say a lot of the right shit. Like I know what it takes. I know what it like. He tells me that too. It's just like I'm learning how to say that shit when it needs to be said, like in a locker room or in a huddle or when we coming from timeout or when we in practice or you know what I'm saying. So like me learning like those pockets and shit is what I've been like. Me finding out those pockets and then like learning why I can and cannot get into it is what I've been like basically dealing with the last like couple years type shit. So that's why I appreciate this shit because like in this space like I'm not the captain and I'm not like so you know what I'm saying like I'm understanding like the other end of like you know what I'm saying what it means to like be like a follower versus like when I'm going into my other space like I'm a leader.
That's fire. That's fire.
Professional life like shit like that. So
it's hearing you say that is real dope because I got to see like a little window into that.
Yeah.
Your first home game of the season, I already spoke on it last week. I was there. And I believe since you've been on the team, you've been a captain. At least maybe since your second year. Or since
she's my second year.
I was about to say, you've been, since your second year, you've been a captain. And I've been watching you.
Captain, my bad.
Right. I understand.
Now I'm like the only one. It's kind of like crazy.
And so I've seen you hoop on different teams and even in pickup where like you're more than likely, if not the best player on the floor, the best player on the 5 that you're running with. So I've seen you like, hey, no, this is what we need to do, da-da-da-da. But as far as like when an organized team, I had never really seen you do that until the first game of the season.
That's crazy, right?
And there was like a little, and there was like I forget what was going on in the game, but there was a moment, and I usually film from the baseline, and y'all was breaking the timeout, and it was Deep Probe and Trace. You was like, hey, Probe, Trace, come here. And you said it like, nigga, get over here right now.
Yeah.
Like a captain should.
Yeah.
And niggas did it. And they came in and I was like, this is what we need, da-da-da-da. And then the next time I was like, Coach, give me the board. Grabbed the board and was drawing stuff up. I was like, look at my guy.
Yeah.
Look at my guy, you know what I mean? So they like, to see that about like a month ago and then hear you now say like, I'm learning to find those spaces and do it in the moment.
Yeah.
That's fire, bro. To connect that, that's dope. That's fire, bro.
Props
to you,
used
bro.
to like holding that shit back. But like, me dealing with like my coach 1-on-1, which I'm big ups on Coach B. Like he's been low key like a mentor, but not like I ain't tell him that, but he has low key like and like letting me learn, but at the same time like telling me like here and there on like when the time is and when the time is not to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? So like that's been a big like just like obstacle that I've been like dealing with lately as far as like me personally type shit. So it's been lit though. I'm fucking with it, bro. We number 1 in the West right now. We hooping. Like,
shouts out to the Sharks.
Shouts out to the team.
Make sure y'all pop out, check out again. You know what's funny about I'm kind of I guess I can't say the opposite, but I've been trying to get better at speaking when I should and not speaking when I shouldn't. Because I've always like really messed that up. I've been like so many times I'm telling like I'm gonna really like take my time. Not really so much now, but like so much times when I would like, all right, like this is a space where I could fully network, I could be myself and I could do this. And I get in there and I'm like, I'm just to myself. And then I have times when like it's more of a low key setting and I should kind of be more reserved and I'm like, oh, I'm feeling good. So I'm like, you know what I mean? And I think either one is fine, but it's like I've been trying to find my balance with that as well.
It's crazy y'all say that because I ain't never had that problem. Like I ain't never been the type to like not say what's on my mind.
You from the South though, gang, so it's like y'all outspoken naturally. Like y'all gonna say what's on your mind, what it is. Like I respect the fuck out of that too, by the way. I ain't saying it to say like to knock it down. That's some shit that you gotta be born in or grow up in to like really be like, you know what I'm saying? But like growing up here and shit like that, it's so easy to be caught up into like the whole hype and shit. But like, yeah, I admire that about the South. Like y'all just so loose with that shit. Like y'all just pop it however y'all want to pop it, and you get it, you not. Like somebody from the South would come up here, could come to Dago, and like it'll take them damn near a year to break they accent. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't get to it right away type shit. Like Versus with us, like we go out there and like by the week 2, week 3, we fuck around and start saying shit that they say type shit.
That's real.
Like,
that's real.
Y'all so
It took
like
me like a year and a half to
like,
lose
how
my
y'all do the
shit.
shit and y'all do it how y'all do it, and that's just the way it's
Great
done.
point. Great
I
point.
respect the fuck out of that, bro.
No,
I do.
That's
It's
real.
just-
This South is like that, and I fuck with this South.
That's real.
That's why knowing this nigga, you feel me, knowing him and hoping with him, being in, you know, in the environments with him. There's been times where, you feel me, he's been saying some shit and he don't say it loud enough. I'm like, bro, say that shit, nigga. What? That's what we need to, that's what you need to say. That's what should be said right now. I'm like, bro, say that, nigga. Say that shit, bro.
But that's what I was gonna say too. Honestly, as far as like, not advice, but kind of more like on some like game type shit. Like, if you got like a response right away, say it. Like, if you have a response right away, say it. Because more than likely it's the right shit. Like, speaking on knowing you and knowing you, like, obviously you gonna say it. But, like, knowing you, that's what I learned, too. Like, because I feel like we got similarities type shit. So, like, you got a response right away, like an answer right away, say the answer. You don't hold back the answer. But, like, if it's some shit you got to ponder, if you don't have an answer right away, and they looking for an answer right away, then you don't give it a... You know what I'm saying? It's kind of, like, more on some, like, finding, like, your social, like... Because a lot of times we know the right shit to say. We just don't, like... Is it the timing in the pocket?
See,
okay. And then you know some, but then other ones you like kind of like.
I think I need to be more clear on mine. Mine was more so like I would be too friendly at the wrong time and not be friendly enough at the wrong time. That was my thing. Like I would be like, it was never like I know the answer, but I want to choose my way. It would be times where it was like I just said, like it's time to be social and it's time to like do your thing, and I'm just like I'm cool, you know what I mean? Or when it's time to like be more reserved and I'm trying to be super social and trying to talk to everybody, and it's not the time for that. You know what I mean? So I feel like I found a good balance now, because now for a while now I just, and I've always been this way most of my life, but just I had a time when I was like, I'm too reserved, I need to get in my bag as soon as I get in there. But now I'm like, everywhere I go, I peep the scene, I read people, I read energy, I pay attention to body language before I speak too much or try to be too friendly or try to like, oh, what's up, you want to drink? Like, I try to, I was trying not to say read people, but yeah, I do. I try to read every setting and try to read people before I really get too social. Because I got burned a few times, like really like being social as soon as you get in there and like thinking these people is cool or they really rock with you like that, and they don't rock with you like that, and you find out the hard way. You know what I mean? So,
but like he was saying, for us, like growing up in the South, like that's kind of what they teach us to, like say what's on your mind, say it how it's on your mind, and like, you know, be direct, right? And so like growing up for us, like for me personally, it was learning, like you said, time and place, right? So my whole thing was like, I'm not an extroverted person. Like y'all know me, I don't just be out and about doing everything we do, but like I'm always be me. So my whole thing was like finding time and place and situation to say what I'm gonna say and how I'm gonna say it. So like, it's just like this situation right here, like for instance, us here, it's a perfect time and place to be me, because it's just us. Like we out in public somewhere, it's not, maybe I shouldn't say XYZ and do ABC, because maybe the people that are there are not used to that, and it's not the time and the setting to do that. So that was always one thing, like my mom was like, you gonna say what you mean what you say, and say how you want to say it. And then when it wasn't the time and place to say it, like that's what she would teach me. Like, all right, you said this, cool, but time and place wasn't now. Then when the situation comes up and I don't say something, and I say it later, she's like, now, remember this point right here? That's when you should have said that and did this, but you decided to do it here, time and place. So it's just like learning, and then when people point it out to you, and you read the room, you read the setting, and you do all that, it just kind of just comes naturally now. To like the shit was like, all right, I've been taught how to do this. I've been put in situations to do it. Now it's just doing it. So it's just like a natural thing now. My thing is, I was just thinking about right now when you said I'm not really an extroverted person. I was about to say I'm not either, but I am. I feel like, I don't even know if this is a term. I'm gonna make it a term. I'm like micro extroverted. Like I am, like when I'm at Soul Sunday, and well, Soul Sunday is different because like the vibe is always the vibe. It's never like weird energy there. You can easily get in your bag at Soul Sunday. But even like out like downtown after I get off work, if I'm in a spot or something, you can, bro. I'm telling you, I gotta pop out.
It's hard for us, bro. I swear it's hard because I'm introvert too, Mike.
But this is what I mean.
Space is like,
this is what I mean.
That should be
so you know, it's funny. I was talking to my ex about this, and that's rock with her. That's my dog. She was like, "You're not introverted." I was like, "I'm not, but I am."
Like if I had a choice, I would choose to be like
But so this is what I mean by that. This is what I mean by that. So like if we like how Phantom, like the sections are all like connected and like close to each other. If if we're close to some people and like a drink spilled or like something funny happened and I could laugh at it and they look my direction, I'ma laugh and say something back and find my way into the conversation that way. And once I feel like I don't want to say rapport, but once I feel like these are chill people, with this group of people right here, I'm gonna be a little bit. I don't want to say I'm gonna be extroverted. I'm not gonna be like. I'm not gonna give you all of me, but I'm gonna crack jokes. I'm like, are you good over there? Like, you know, like I'm a. You know what I'm saying? But there's some people, no matter what setting, no matter what setting they get into, they're extroverted. They could see this person over here and make them a part of the party and do this, and they can get the whole party rocking. That's not me. That's never been me, and that probably never will be me. You know, but I'm like, once like in a small circle, once I feel like these people are cool and we having a good vibe right here, I'm extroverted in this space right here.
I could do that in a house full of like my family members. I can get the party jumping. If it's like a family, I can get the whole shit jumping. But like if it's like a house full of like strangers and I only know one person, you probably won't even know I'm in there.
I feel it.
I'll probably just be a fly on the wall. Like,
why is that, do you think?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. I think it's because like I'm myself around people that I trust to be like myself around. Not saying that like
that makes sense.
Not saying that like, but I don't mean to say that to say like I'm less of myself when I'm around strangers, because I am myself too when I'm around strangers. But at the same time, it's like I'm like who I kind of like. I'm like more like I adapt to like my surroundings type shit. So if I'm familiar like with my surroundings, then like I'm gonna be like more like an outgoing, outspoken type person. But if I'm not like familiar with my surroundings, I'm gonna be more skeptical than I am guard down, you know? Like I'm gonna be way more skeptical about like a surrounding that I'm not familiar with type shit. Like even if I do know it's a party and it's like some shit we can enjoy, I'm still gonna be like skeptical about shit, like still trying to check shit out, make sure everything's good, like try to have a good time with it. I've learned to do that too, like to have a good time even when I'm like in like unfamiliar like surroundings type shit. Like
me too. I've gotten better at it. A lot better at it, actually. I used to be before it was like, all right, I don't know nobody here. It's not really my vibe. Like, all right, it's time to go. But now I do still get that feeling. I do still get that thought. But I'm like, all right, let me just wait. Let me see. And more often than not, when I just give it that time, I usually have a good time. I do.
'Cause I at least get my vibe off. Like even if I don't know the vibe, I'm gonna get my vibe off.
And then this humbly, I was about to say this could sound weird, but like humbly, like if you like handsome niggas that know how to dress and that know how to talk a little bit, if you just having your own fun, the right energies go find you. That's what I've learned. And I'm not to say I'm the flyest or the, you know what I'm saying, but I ain't ugly and I know how to dress. That's, you know what I mean? So
like it's gonna be the baddest one. That's just saying the right energy.
Exactly. That's all.
That's not saying like you're gonna attract the baddest female. You just gonna get the right one.
No, I was just saying that like as long as you handsome, and that I was like, well, this nigga calling himself handsome. Yeah, I do think I'm handsome, but I'm not saying I'm the best looking nigga out here. But I do think I'm good looking. But nah, when I mean it was already written down. But when I said my ex was like, you're not really answering, but it made me think one of our topics that we go get into. What would your most recent ex say is wrong with you?
Shit, everything.
Everything.
That's why she an ex.
Nigga say everything's crazy.
That's why she an ex.
She wouldn't have nothing good to say about you?
She gonna say you fucked up in the head. She gonna say like you.
Shit, nah.
Okay.
Nah, on some real shit. I was just being fucked up.
She gonna say.
But like on some real shit, she gonna say the most fucked up thing was fucked up or was wrong with me is that I'm self-centered.
Okay.
Which like, and I'm not self-centered. Like I think about others and do things, but like in times where I think I should think about how my actions would affect her or anyone else, I just think about like how does it hurt me or how does it benefit me? And that, like, you feel me? And
that's pretty self-centered, gang. You think about yourself.
It is. I mean, it's pretty self-centered.
She could be right.
I mean, she probably is right. I ain't saying she not. She right.
Fuck around.
You fuck around and she right. And I'm going to be like, damn, scratch my head a little bit. Like, damn.
Like, women are smart, especially when they spend time or years with you. They gonna know you, man.
Especially when you open up to them, gang.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I said when you spend time with them.
Yeah.
That's why I said when you spend time with them.
Yeah. Hell yeah. But, like, the self-centered, like, I don't view myself as self-centered. You feel me? Like, I just have a hard time, like, it's not even just, like, if it doesn't affect me and those around me directly, I tend to not give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just, you feel me? Like, how does, if it doesn't affect me or those that I care about, I don't care. And a lot of the times, like, things that she would have issues with, I'm like, how does that affect me, my kids, my family? How does it affect us?
Well, if it's affecting her, don't it affect you?
A little bit. Because now her
You
feelings.
see that now, that's growth.
Yeah, no, I see it. You feel me? Like, you feel me? I see it.
That's
But
growth. You see it. You see.
I was just about to do. You beat me to. I was about to. You see that? You see that? I was just about to say.
You feel me? But that's just what it is. And I'm learning to be more non-self-centered, I guess. I don't know the opposite of self-centered shit.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I would say, nah, fuck that. I was going to say humble, but fuck being humble. This is a sidebar. Fuck being humble. 2025, fuck being humble. We're not being humble no more. Being humble gets you walked on, lied to, backstab,
play with.
We're not being humble no more. We're not being humble. We're not.
We're
We're gonna appreciate what we is.
Let me write that down because I'm gonna forget. We're gonna circle back to that.
But we ain't being humble. Ain't no more being humble 2025, bro. So be wait for that.
All right, we circling back to that. What would your most recent ex say is wrong with you?
So let me see. What my ex said about me is shit.
We could answer however we want, but when I wrote this topic down, I was thinking like as far as like if a woman that wanted to date you was okay.
So my ex would probably say like shit. What would she say about me? She can't really say shit. I mean, like,
you need to think? You want me to go?
Nah, she can't really say. I left her alone. She can't really say what she gonna say about me too.
That don't mean she didn't think you had some stuff to work on when y'all was together.
Like what though? What I need to work on? If anything, she has some shit she need to work. That's why. You know what I mean?
Oh, you was perfect.
That's why I got it. I wasn't perfect, but at the same time, like.
So you do have flaws. What do you think
like,
she would say those flaws are? Like
I'm
what
the type nigga like you won't even know like when you date me, you're not gonna know my flaws type shit. Like you're not gonna know my flaws. Like you're not gonna know that I have flaws. Like you just gonna know me as you know me as. But I don't like
how. Like I'm pretty sure you think both of us have flaws, and you rock with us. Like we your dogs. But I'm pretty sure you think
I have flaws.
You think both of us are perfect.
Not perfect.
So that means we have flaws.
I know you guys aren't perfect.
So that means we have
flaws though. Just because I know you're not.
So she knows you're not perfect, but she doesn't know the flaws.
Nah, I don't think she would know. That's what I'm saying.
So she wouldn't say there was any way that you came up short or didn't.
Or you talking about bad? Like something she'll say bad about me type shit.
I guess so. Yeah.
Damn, why you gotta be bad? That's crazy. All right,
that's why I said it's wrong. Like something being wrong.
Like I be busy. But that's because I be like working out. Okay, she'll probably say this, like, I'm like, at times I can get so caught into like what I'm doing that I like forget to like appreciate like what I have type shit. She
okay.
That, like, because that's my biggest flaw in life, period. Like I'm so like locked in on what I'm doing or what I gotta do next and like shit, I might feel like, you know, I'm a motherfucking I ain't shit, I ain't no shit, I ain't got shit. Because I'm so locked in on what I need to be and what I need to do type shit. So, if anything, now I say that flaw. Like, I be so locked in on what I'm doing that I tend to forget, like, what I already accomplished or what I have type shit. But that's it. Other than that, what the fuck else she gonna say? I left her alone.
Shit, I don't mind say my time management is fucked up.
Fuck my ex. Fuck you talking about. Not like that, but like that. Not like fuck you personally, but
that's
like
horrible.
Fuck you as far as like, you the ex, so like, you can't, like, you know what I'm saying?
But she didn't say nothing. This is a hypothetical. Why you gotta do that? Why you gotta do that?
She didn't say nothing, but like respectfully, because like where I'm at, I feel like I gotta say fuck my ex. I can't not say fuck my ex.
Yeah, you easily could.
Niggas be like,
nah, bro, I gotta say fuck my ex. But she didn't think I was gonna be like where I'm in type. She didn't think that I was gonna be where I'm at type shit. So I gotta say fuck her. She was lucky praying on my downfall. She thought like where I was at with her was the best I was gonna be at type shit. So I gotta say fuck her, right? Because I'm not.
You don't have to.
Look,
it's a choice. You don't have to
right now. My old highs are my new lows. That's all I gotta say.
That might be the name of the podcast. That might be the name of the podcast. That might be the name of this episode. That was smooth. That was smooth. I think
that's all I gotta say.
I'm pretty sure she might come up with some other things to say, but I'm quite sure my ex-wife would say that I am forgetful and absent-minded. She would definitely say those two. She, like I said,
you smoke weed. don't understand you. She judge you.
Nah, no, she don't.
My shorties wouldn't tell me. They know I'm forgetful. Everybody that deal with me know I'm
Just because somebody points it out to you doesn't mean that they don't care about you. They're just trying to help you get better.
Like, to judge you on that, it's like... She's
not judging me.
But you said she was... Not, my bad. First of all, I'm not saying you said this. Mike is saying you would say this about him. Right?
Right.
I don't think that would be a fair, like... If she were to say that about you, like, no, that's like, you know, like...
Why is that not fair? If it's true, why is it not fair?
Because I feel like that's like judging somebody. I don't think you should be.
No, it's just pointing out some things some areas that you
forgetful though.
Yeah, it's just areas that you have areas that you can grow.
So you just mad forget. You don't take me as like forgivable to the point where I feel disrespected. You don't take me as that.
Well, nigga, we've never been in a relationship.
Yeah, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying you've been my man for like over a year type shit.
For sure.
I would think that like you would at least show at least one sign of like, damn, Mike just forgot on some like just forgetful shit. No.
I mean, there's been times when like, okay, so maybe you don't know this, but every time that like we all set up to film and I got to pull my laptop out and do whatever I got to do on my laptop, that's because I forgot to dump whatever footage I had on the memory cards to make space so we could have at least 2.5 hours to film tonight. And that takes us an extra 10 minutes before we get to record, and that's something that needs to be done on a weekly basis for us to film this podcast. And every week, well, not every week, but week to week sometimes, I come in here and I don't do that until we get here, when it's like that's weakness. I mean, granted, it's only 10 minutes, but it's like, bro, like
nigga that has 7 days to do it.
But for me,
late, so it's low key 2 birds 1 stone. So it's not like you like forget it. You just kind of like put it on.
No. I'm telling you, I forget to do it. That's why there'll be times when I get here, I'm like, oh dang, and I gotta go pull out the laptop and put it right here and do that. So it's because I forgot to do it.
More like some like you like.
But before you keep going,
I don't want to say
before you keep going, and now think about that. I'm shooting at myself now, but now think about that in a relationship. It's something that I need you to do on a consistent basis, and you keep forgetting to do it. And after a while, if someone keeps forgetting something that you deem to be important, let me finish though. After a while, if somebody keeps forgetting something that you deem to be important or necessary, you're going to start looking at them like, how do you keep forgetting this? You know what I mean? And so I didn't learn that I didn't find out that I had ADHD until like maybe like 7 months before we split. But
did she know?
Yeah. And a lot of my forgetfulness was because of my ADHD that I didn't know that.
You had ADHD. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can't really like.
That's my dog. That's my friend. Don't start shooting at her.
I'm just saying, my man. So you can't really. All right, respectfully, I'm gonna shut up.
It's the mother of my children.
No, I wasn't gonna say nothing crazy.
All right, I know we be popping jokes on here that I can't let those go.
I wasn't joking. Okay. I mean that ass, but I'm saying like you my man, so I'm not even gonna speak on the subject.
I appreciate it.
At the same time, like you still like.
Hey.
Find the words. If I don't like it, I'll cut it out. I want to hear it. Go ahead.
I don't know. I'm thinking like if my like I don't know. I'll rock was like I wouldn't use that against somebody that I know had like ADHD type shit. Like I wouldn't like then say that there's a negative trait about them, knowing that they struggle with it.
That's how I feel too. Let me be clear. That isn't the only reason why we.
No, of course not. But I'm saying. But it wouldn't even be a factor.
Let me ask you this though. Let me ask you this though.
I don't know.
Let's say you've been putting up. I'm hella shooting at myself right now. But let's say you've been putting up with someone and something about them for 11 years. And this thing that's been bothering you for, let's say, 9 out of the 11 hasn't changed, and it doesn't seem like it's going to change.
Yeah.
That's just you.
Like, I don't know if that's me, but why the fuck did the same thing just come in my head? What you just said, like the same thing literally just came in my head. Like I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to but I just feel like.
No, what you're saying is fair, and that's why I said that's not the only reason why we divorced. It's not just because I'm absent-minded and forgetful is why we divorced. There's other things that were going on too.
Like throw that in. Me personally, I wouldn't even like throw that in. Like, but then again, that's probably what makes me like petty because like it'd just be like one reason. Like,
I do.
It wouldn't be a pot of shit. It'd just be like, oh, because you did that. Like,
I do want to interview my ex-wife. I seen it on like I used to when I was like my late teens and early 20s. I used to watch like the Like
I
the
don't
type,
like this shit that's on the internet with,
the
like,
Tyra Banks show and like the other like women shows when they be talking about stuff.
Yeah, that's
And I
what
think
I'm
it might have been
saying,
on one of
like,
those
I don't like
shows
that shit.
when they was talking about like have
Females
your.
on the internet without niggas talking about what it take to have a nigga and keep a nigga. Like,
I mean, we do it. We do it. We sit up here and talk about.
First of all, what?
We've come on here.
What?
We've sat on this
I'm talking
podcast.
about shit that I don't be going through my damn self. I swear to God, I don't.
Yeah,
When it
but
come to
fair, not that you've gone through, but we've sat on this podcast and talked about what women should do X, Y, and Z without a woman here to speak for women. We've done that.
no, I'm talking about like without having a woman.
They're
Without
talking. What
having
he's
men.
saying. What he's saying is these
Without
women be on the
I don't
internet
take
talking
advice from
about.
no
Nigga, we
that
all
don't got a
single.
female.
We all single when we
I
be
don't
sitting up
take
here
advice
doing
from
it.
No nigga that don't got a female when it come to females, and I don't take advice from no nigga. I don't take advice from no female when it come to niggas that don't got a nigga. Does that make sense?
But like we single by choice, bro. It's not like we
That makes
single
sense
because
enough.
we like you feel me. We
Either
flawed
way,
and don't,
yeah, it
like-
does make sense. I do think that logic is flawed though.
But like
How is
we
it not flawed?
we single
Bro, that's
by
like
choice.
how you speak. I mean, you could say that, but
So if you know a man that was married for 20, okay,
If a nigga married 20 years,
I'ma give you-
advice on how to be married. I'm asking niggas married 20 years.
Yeah.
Not a nigga just
you know,
got
let me
divorced
finish.
yesterday.
Let me finish. Let's say he was married 20 years. He's been single for 2, but he's been single because his wife passed. He's single, but you wouldn't take advice from that nigga because he don't have a woman. But he don't have a woman.
no, but like I would, if I knew that, then I would take advice from him. Yes,
What if he just got divorced?
and his wife is still alive,
Yeah.
and he just got divorced. I'll probably take advice. Married for 20 years. If you were with somebody else for 20 years, bro, I'm taking advice from you.
That's all I'm saying.
As far as like being with somebody.
So you proved my point. That's all I was saying. You could take advice from
But
single.
not like on some like I would take advice to them on what it takes to be with somebody that long.
Yeah.
Not on what it takes to be with somebody, period. Because you're not with nobody. So I wouldn't take advice on what it means to have a relationship last, period. As far as last that long, I would, if that makes sense. That makes sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like, how do you get through years when it comes to a relationship?
Mm-hmm.
Not like how do you get through like years and still continue to, you know what I'm saying? No, because you're not continuing to do shit. But
I hear you. I'm glad I wrote it down because I would have forgot. I wanted to circle back to it. You said we not being humble. What did you mean by that?
now we just not being humble, bro. Like that humble shit, like get you, like what I said, it get you all type of like, bro, get you violated for real, dead ass. Like being humble, just not like, it's not like the new, nah. People don't respect it. There's no shame when it comes to like people in general, young niggas, females, especially females, and young niggas, well, both of them, period. But like, there's no shame when it comes to like this new generation and like how like they doing shit on the internet. Like people just doing it, busting it open, shooting it out. Like they just don't give a fuck about shit. So it's like being humble will honestly make you a target. So like we not being humble type shit. Like we not, and that's not even on some like being on offense type shit. That's just more like being on some like I'm not a target. Like I'm not like you not feeling like
Okay, so when
not being humble about shit. I know what I am. I know my worth type shit, and I'm gonna get what I'm. That's what it is. Like not.
so what does not being humble look like? Like so you were humble before and you're not going to be humble anymore?
No, I'm just saying like not me personally. I feel like I've been embodying that shit a lot more, but I'm just saying like me saying it now is just me saying it. Like
And what does not being humble look like?
just knowing your worth type shit, like knowing what you like, knowing like what you bring to the table, knowing like your intangibles, knowing shit like that, and knowing like that like
I
underestimate your shit.
I was thinking of it like more of like an outwardly thing. Like
That's what I'm saying. It is an outwardly thing because a lot of times people will play with you and make it seem like you're not who you is, or make it seem like
so how do
don't
you
bring to the table
how do you show with your actions and words that you're not
by
being humble?
doing it. That's what I'm saying.
By doing what though? That's what I'm asking.
No, but like doing exactly what they say you can't do.
Oh, okay.
Repeatedly, over and over in their face, out loud type shit. Not even if it's verbally, but just physically, like putting it out there.
Because when I hear we not being humble, like I feel like I believe, and this is not just because I've created and I'm on the show. I watch everything. I'm one of them people like I didn't see. I watch everything. I'm not gonna cap. I watch everything. I feel like it's my job too. And I tap in with most of the shows here in the city. And I feel like our show is the best.
Yeah.
There's other shows that they got better cameras and they set and like the aesthetic of it looks better. I would never argue that. But I mean, as far as like the topics, the questions, the conversation, the debate, I feel like we got the best show.
No, facts.
I got a question. Shit,
So when I say that, so when I'm like, what does not being humble look like? Does that mean I'm out downtown or in front of these people? Like, nigga, my show better than yours. Like, we got way better topics. We got That means like what is?
We own that. I mean, we posting twice a week. We might fuck around and have to record twice a week. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm ready for it.
Like, we gotta
I'm with it, bro.
Like, we just gotta.
I'm glad y'all said it.
I'm with it. Bro.
All right, I'm glad y'all said it because I'm ready to get to it. That's gonna get into 100 episodes way quicker too. Way quicker too.
It's gonna take it 5 months. It's gonna take 3.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Bet. I'm so happy to hear you niggas say that, and you said it too. So when I'm hitting y'all, I'll be like, hey, yo, 7:00 Thursday. I don't want no like I'm busy. Y'all twice a week. Y'all said y'all with it.
Well, shit, it can't be on a Thursday, nigga.
I'm just saying whenever.
I start working, you feel me, next week.
No doubt, we'll figure it out.
I'm off to like that though, so
I work Thursday to Sunday.
We'll figure it out. I mean, I'll probably cut this part out. I was about to say, if we could get in earlier, like if we didn't have to film, I won't say that. If we didn't have to get in at the time that we film at, if we can get in earlier, we could film. We could just bring a couple outfits and just film 2 pods in one day.
That's a good idea.
I'm with that all day.
Film what, 2 pods in one day?
Yeah. Change episode. Change the outfits up.
Whatever day it is. Let's say we get here about 4 o'clock.
Nah, we got to do that shit 2 days. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I'm with either or, bro.
Bet.
But we just gotta make sure it fit in everybody's time
Just
schedule.
make one of the days like a weekend or some shit.
I'm with that.
If Sarah wanted this, I would let her have it.
Ain't none of this supposed to be on the pod, but we recorded. I might show it to her.
I'm saying, like, you just keep going.
No, it's fine. This is not gonna be on the pod. This is fine. This is always talking.
It is, bro.
We good.
Nah, put this on the pod.
Nah,
don't do this.
We're not finna talk about her like, nah.
Bro, this is part of the pod. She gonna laugh about this whole segment. I'm not lying.
I'll show it to her, but this ain't going in the pod, though.
She gonna laugh about it.
That's why I'll send it to her, but we're not putting this in the pod, though.
Oh my god, bro.
I'm just off rip. Sarah fine as hell. That's a beautiful young woman, bro.
I don't know if you saw that.
I don't know, a beautiful young woman.
I don't know if
people gotta see this.
I don't know. Okay, we'll start it right here. I don't know if you saw the episode when we was talking about. Let me review it. Let me see, bro. It's my people's. Let me people.
That's crazy though.
You didn't say nothing, but that means something. That means something. That means something.
I let it live.
I hate when niggas do that. Speaking of that,
crazy,
I hate when people roll their eyes and make a face.
Yeah.
And they be like, "What was that about?" Like, I didn't even say that. It's like, nigga, but all of that energy, that all means something. That means something.
Give it to you.
I know you didn't mean. I didn't say you said anything. I just want to know what all that. Yeah, that means something.
Saying something, Tyson.
It meant something.
Oh, you said you don't do that no more. So let's get it out. Let's get it out. Let's get it out.
Why would you not? Because I don't want to drag it. You already said move on.
Because when we speaking about somebody in a certain way, I got to make sure it's cool with them.
That was smooth. I don't think that was Sarah be thugging it.
We just talked about their DM interaction. I don't know if she'll want that public.
You think Sarah don't be DMing niggas?
Everybody DMs people. I just don't know if they want it public.
I don't care.
I guess.
I don't care.
I guess you could say that.
But like
I didn't say you care.
No,
like I said, bro.
I want you to say it on the podcast.
Bro,
And that's why I said I got to check with her.
You can tell Sarah I said this.
You don't know that?
Honestly, I'm not sure. I think she might be cool with it because she's a content person.
That's what I'm saying.
And she pods, but she might not be.
You can clip this and send it to her. Sarah,
bro,
you want this?
Stop.
Come get it.
Say that to her.
You don't want
Don't
it?
say that shit to the camera.
She gonna be outside tonight. Yeah.
I might not be outside with y'all tonight. That's
to her face.
You feel me?
Say that
You
shit
feel me?
behind her back.
I might have something
Don't
lined
say
up.
that shit to the camera. Say it to her face. Stand on business. 10 toes.
I might have something lined up, so I might not be with it. But I'm just
Dion not
saying.
popping out, or DJ not popping out tonight.
I don't know. It's up in the air right now.
DJ not
It's up in
popping
the air,
out.
bro. It's up in the air. If Shorty say pull up, I'm pulling up. I'm gonna catch the Uber and I'm pulling up.
How exactly? Where the fuck you gonna pull up to?
Her house, nigga.
Nigga, you can pull up after we do what we do.
Nah,
Where y'all want to go
she might
next?
sleep.
Anthony Edwards. Why do women give their number to men they're not interested in?
Yeah, we'll do that one.
I knew that.
That shit is dead.
I don't think so.
Dragging bro on Twitter.
Nah, bro, that nigga's moving foul, bro.
They be dragging him.
That nigga's
That
moving
nigga,
foul.
hey, he made the boss move of the century, bro.
How is he
Bro,
moving foul?
because he out here making babies that he not finna take care of.
Gang, he not the only nigga that do that. Nigga,
Any nigga that does that is moving foul. I'm not saying he's the only
that's
one.
what I'm just saying,
hold
like,
on,
but you
bro.
trying to like put spotlight on him.
No, I'm
like,
Hey, we
no,
can talk
I'm
about
not.
Edwards.
They
No, I'm
already drag
not.
him.
Name me another person that's done it, and I'll talk about them too. That's foul,
You don't
bro.
know anybody else that's done that?
Why is it foul that he
In
do
the
that?
public eye,
Yeah.
Why is it foul? Listen,
to make a baby, and not want to take
I
care of
want to
it.
ask you this, bro.
Wait, not take care.
I would know.
Hold on, let's stop. Let me intro the topic. We can get right into it. Let me intro the topic. We can get right into it. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
We can just say it. We can just say it. That's
Yes,
what
we
we're talking
are.
about.
Yes, we are.
We don't have to intro this shit like making it seem like it's
Headline news
Bro,
and shit.
yes, we do.
not an Anthony
Yes, we
Edwards
do.
diss, gang.
It's not a diss. This is the topic. We have to intro the topic, not a diss. We have to intro the topic.
Thousands of niggas do.
It's still not okay.
I'm not saying it is.
So let's talk about it. Let me
Who
intro
else
the
does
topic.
that, though?
Let me intro the topic, and then we can talk about it.
Gang, I think he handled it like a P. I ain't gonna lie to you.
All right. So Anthony Edwards, a couple years, I think earlier this year, and even actually last year, was in the news for getting a girl pregnant, and he was like, yo, send the video. I'm going to send you the money for the abortion. Send the video, like, da-da-da-da. So it's clear that he doesn't want any babies outside of his girlfriend. I think it might be his fiance. It's clear.
He has babies outside his girlfriend. He's talking about that one girl. He has babies outside of his girlfriend that he.
Okay. Did you not hear what I just said? Did you not hear what I just said?
He doesn't want babies outside of his girlfriend. He has more than one.
If the woman keeps the baby, he can't control that. I said what he wants.
That baby. You can say that baby.
Did you see the last girl?
But
She was
he
bad.
wanted it.
Did you see the last girl?
Yeah, he wanted it.
And how did he handle that?
He wanted it.
He told her, "I'm gonna send you $100,000 so you can get the abortion."
I'm talking about, he has more. That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about the ones that he has.
Answer what I'm saying.
You're saying because he got abortions that he don't want kids outside of his girlfriend.
What does that say?
Outside of his girlfriend.
That doesn't mean he wants them, bro. I said wants them. That doesn't mean he wants them. If you get a girl pregnant and say, I'm gonna send you $100,000 to get rid of this baby, and she's like, oh, I want to keep it. I had an abortion before, and I don't want. It's traumatizing to me. I don't want this baby. And he like, yo. Get the abortion and send the video. What does that say? That says he doesn't want the baby.
If he says that to 2 girls out of the 4 girls he had kids with, what does that say? That he don't want kids outside his girlfriend?
Name me the 2 that he said, yeah, go ahead and have the baby.
You just said. The recent one?
No. Those are the 2 he didn't want. Show me the 2 where he said,
the ones he has. No, what I'm saying, you have. No. I'm not saying there's proof that he wanted those, but there's not proof that he didn't want them. So to say that, you're saying you're throwing a blanket on all the kids that he had outside his girlfriend.
I don't fault Anthony Edwards in this, bro.
You can't throw the blanket on all the kids he had outside his girlfriend type shit. Like,
okay.
You can say like,
I can't. So so what I'll say is, one would be safe to assume that.
Nah.
What?
They're not safe to assume.
If I've seen you get this girl pregnant and say, have the abortion, and then I see you get this girl pregnant and say, have the abortion, she doesn't, and then you just give the money and say, I don't want nothing to do with the baby.
You know what they say when you assume?
When you make an ass out of you and me.
You shouldn't do that.
More often than not, you do.
Go off of facts. And you know for a fact I'm
giving you facts, my nigga. I'm giving you facts.
You said that he don't want kids outside of his girlfriend's kids. That's cap, because he has kids outside of his girlfriend.
That doesn't mean he wanted them. We're going in circles here. That doesn't mean he wanted them.
He didn't want the ones he had.
And one would be safe to assume that if he got 2 girls pregnant and said had an abortion, that means he don't want them fucking babies, nigga. What are you saying in here, bro? Nah, nigga. No.
What do you do when you assume? You just said it yourself. What do you do when you assume?
You make an ass out of you and me. My granny been saying that my whole life. But I'm not assuming here. I'm not assuming. We have physical evidence, my nigga. We have evidence.
It would be good to assume. You wouldn't say.
I'm not assuming. We have 2 examples.
Why you say assuming if you're not doing that? Why you say it? Why you say the word assume if you're not assuming? If you know for a fact.
Because I'm not in his head.
Assume?
Because I'm not in his head. I have a very strong.
Exactly. So stay on that fact. You're not in his head, so you don't know the kids that he had.
This nigga's semantics with the words. This nigga's so fucking semantics with the words.
Facts.
That's why I said safe to assume. I'm not absolutely sure. I'm not absolutely sure. My nigga, if you average 25 points every game, 25 points. My nigga, we're talking about assumptions. You always do that. We're talking about an assumption. I'm talking about an assumption. If you average 25 points, and you have a game tomorrow, one would be safe to assume that you're going to have 25 points tomorrow.
No, if I've watched this,
it's an assumption.
No, it's a prediction.
Okay, one will be safe to predict that he doesn't want babies out.
It hasn't happened yet.
Okay, so then I'll use that word then, since that's the word you're okay with.
Since,
okay, I'll use predict. I'll use predict.
Already happened.
I won't use assumption.
Okay.
I'll use predict. One will be safe to predict that he doesn't want babies outside of his girlfriend. Is he okay with that?
No. Because you can't predict that because he's had babies outside of his
I'm done with this nigga. I'm done with this nigga. I'm done with you, bro. I'm done with you. This nigga told me what word to use. He told me what word to use, and then still disagree. I'm done, bro.
Hey, but look.
You can't predict. Okay, so how you gonna? Okay, so let me ask you this.
Okay.
How you gonna predict that he don't want kids outside of his girlfriend when he's had kids outside of his girlfriend? How you gonna predict that? You can't. You can only go off of what he is gonna do or not do. Right? You can't be like, oh, he's not gonna want the next girl he get pregnant. He's not gonna want that kid. How? If he already has kids outside of his girlfriend?
Why would he want a baby outside of his committed relationship?
There could be other reasons why he didn't want the last 2 shorties to
You're not making any fucking sense right now.
That don't make sense to you? There could be a reason.
You're not making any sense right now.
It could be because I don't want this shorty to have my kid. These other shorties I'm cool with. The last two, I don't want y'all to have my kids, to bear my child, to bear my. I don't want none of that. So of course I'm gonna encourage you to get like the abortions and the shit like that. But like if it don't work, and if you end up having it, or if you do end up having it, but that's what we know of.
This is an awful stance.
The one that the kids that he's had. How can you, as Mike Flicks, tell me he didn't want those kids that he's had?
Because
without proof.
Because I can't say it
That's
for certain.
What you're saying, though.
I can't say it for
But
certain.
I
tried to use the word that you liked and you didn't like it.
But look,
you can't predict or assume that. You can't predict nor assume that.
Dion. If I hand you 5 T-shirts and you rip the first 3 in half, I would be safe to assume that the fourth one.
You try to use 3 as a.
This nigga don't never let me finish. This nigga don't never let me finish. He don't never let me finish. Oh, let's fucking take it to 2. If I hand you 5 T-shirts,
say it's 2.
He's had 4 kids outside of his.
Say 2.
No, I can't.
It's the last 2.
No, he's had 4. He's had 3. He's had 3 kids outside of his relationship. Dion. I'm telling you, you don't even know. I'm telling you what I know.
I'm saying I don't know the last one. I know the first one he said about the shorty that he said he sent her $100K to get an abortion, yeah, shit like that. Then I know about the last shorty that he ended up giving her $1.5 million for child support instead of paying her 18 years in advance.
That's the last. That's the most recent one. Yeah.
What are you talking about?
He's talking about those 2.
Because I'm pretty sure those are the 2 you talking about, right?
Those are the
Who
2
else are you talking about?
Those are the 2 he's talking about.
Because how the fuck do you not want a child that you paid $1.5 million child support for, and the other one you can say he don't want the child because
want to be a part of their life? What do you mean want? He has no control over whether she brings this baby into the world or not. I'm talking about whether he wants to be a part of the child's life. And I'm saying that is wrong. For a woman to have your baby and send her $1 million and say, don't talk to me, I don't want to take care of this baby, my nigga, that is wrong. That is wrong.
Hold on,
you don't make That's what he said.
That is what he said. That is what he said. He did say that.
You don't.
Anthony Edwards said that.
Okay. My point is what I'm saying. To say that and then just to assume that every kid he had outside of his girlfriend he feels the same way about is crazy.
Well, he's shown a track record.
No, but that's crazy. Look, to say though.
Hold on. Wait.
He's shown a track. How is that crazy? He's shown a track record.
He just heard.
He has shown a track record.
Let's ask a nigga who has multiple baby mamas. Do you not have multiple baby mamas?
Yeah, I have multiple baby mamas.
Do you not, without putting them on blast, without saying names, there's rankings amongst them? Yes or no?
This is
yes.
No. Let's please not do this. Let's please not do this. Let's please not do this. Let's stop. Before no. It's different. Okay, I'm gonna let you finish. I'm gonna shoot your shit in the foot right now. I promise you. Go ahead.
There's some.
It's not the same. It's not the same.
One you like more, one you like less, right?
Yeah.
How does that? His point is saying
a terrible example.
Because the one you like less, right? Because you have that relationship with her. Every other children you got outside of the baby mamas that you like, because how many? I want to see how much you have. Okay, the one that you like versus the one you like the least. He's basically saying because your relationship with the one that you like the least, you must not fuck with the one that's in between versus the one you like the most. Does that make sense? Because you have 3. Does that make sense? Let's say there's one in the middle.
You can tell them no, because it don't make no sense.
It don't make no sense.
Let me break it down more for you. There's one at the top, because you see you have 3. That's perfect. There's one at the top, one in the middle, one at the bottom, right?
Correct.
He's basically saying because you don't like the one because your relationship with the one at the bottom, right? You must not like the one in the middle. You only like the one at the top.
That's not what I'm saying.
Again, you're saying because you're speaking for the other relationship.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
My nigga just
no,
said,
I'm not.
Because the nigga
no, I'm not. I usually let you do this and let you finish. You're wrong, bro. You're wrong. No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
Okay,
no, I didn't. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. You're making a false parallel. You're making a false parallel, Dion. The difference is. You always do this. He already said he talk over niggas. He said he just keep talking. He said it. So I'll let you finish, and I'm gonna shoot your shit down. And I'm gonna shoot your shit down. The difference is he's in a relationship with a woman that he loves, that he has kids with, that he wants to stay with and keep building with. That is not DJ's situation. He's not with any of these women. That's not his situation. Anthony Edwards is with a woman that he loves, that he has children with, that he wants to stay with long term.
He likes them more than he likes the ones that he has babies with.
Likes them more?
He's with her.
No, he likes her and doesn't like them at all.
Well, you wouldn't think that
No. He likes them and doesn't like them at all.
Okay, let's say that. That's still liking them more.
No, it isn't.
What is it?
It's I like you and I don't like you. There's no like more. There's no like more. If I like the Lakers and hate the Celtics, I don't like the Lakers more. I just like the Lakers.
Okay, go ahead.
He's with the woman that he loves and wants to be with and wants to build a family with. If you're with the woman that you love and want to build a family with, would you want to have a baby with an outside girl?
No, you wouldn't.
That's all I'm saying,
So
my
why would
nigga.
he have kids outside of...
Because he can't control whether they bring these babies into the world or not. He's a reckless young nigga that has sex with no condom and gets these women pregnant, and he has no control whether or not they bring the woman into the world. The only thing he can hope to do, let me finish. The only thing he can hope to do is pay them off so they don't have the baby. But this lady already has a child with a little baby, and she understands the money that comes. This is my assumption. I don't know. I'm not in this woman's head. She already has a child with a little baby. And I'm thinking that her assumption is, I have a baby with this nigga that's up 200, damn near 300 M's. That's 2 big ass paychecks for me. No, she doesn't. No, she doesn't. Bro, come on, bro. We know what this is.
Hold on. But I got a question. Hold on. I got a question. Wait.
He's doing like you're gonna.
I got a question.
You're gonna assume the worst versus like assuming like that.
I'm not assuming the worst.
How are you not? You don't know the situation with
I'm making assumptions based on what I'm seeing.
What the fuck are you talking? You're making assumptions.
Dion, you just answered. You just answered all my direct questions. If you're in a relationship with a girl that you want to be with for the rest of your life, do you want? You're not connected. No. That's not what I'm assuming. That's not what I'm assuming. You're making your own assumptions and putting them on me. That's not what he's doing. No, that's not what I said. That's not what I said.
Anyway,
that's not what I said.
Anyway.
You said because the last 2 kids he didn't want. He the type of nigga that go outside, have fun with a bitch, get her pregnant, and not want the kid.
Yes.
You said.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. How do you say that when he has kids outside of his girl? How can you say that?
Bro, you're not making any sense, bro.
Hold on, but I got a question.
To me, that's get to me. What it's
You're not
giving is
making
like
any sense,
the type of female that I end up getting pregnant versus like me getting a shorty pregnant.
Nigga, he's a young nigga not thinking outside.
That's not the point. The point is
the
the type of female that you are getting pregnant. Because there's females you get pregnant, you be like, okay, cool. I mean, I don't know, but I'm saying
if he's asking, if he's asking,
cool with him, and they be cool as fuck. Then there's some you have kids with, and you be like, bro, I don't even want you to have the kid. Period.
If he's asking,
you can't say
he's asking to open up the baby, Dion.
That's not all of them.
We gotta move. We gotta move on. You're not making any sense, bro. Because you're not making any sense.
The shorty that said, I see you 100,000 get an abortion, and the other shorty that said, I give you 1.2, don't even whatever. Woo. This nigga thinks because about this nigga think that it's because this nigga thinks it's about the kid. It's not about the kid. It's about the shorty. You're trying to make.
You're assuming now.
He's talking to the shorty. He's not talking to the fucking kid. What the fuck is he talking about? Who is he texting?
Who
the fuck is he talking to?
I'm gonna let you finish. I'm gonna let you finish. I'm gonna shoot all your shit down. Go ahead.
He's talking to the shorty. Alright, Mike.
Have you not seen his text messages with these women?
Crazy.
Have you not seen his text messages?
He's talking to the kid when he say that. When he say I don't want to fuck with you. You go get an abortion.
He told the girl, you can't force a baby in this world.
That's talking about the shorty. Wait, so you think that a nigga that think that a shorty is...
He's talking about the baby.
Let me ask you this. If you think a shorty is capable of, more than likely able to...
Listen, no. Dion, stop.
If you were a millionaire.
No. Stop. We have to insert. No. Stop.
Type shit.
We have to insert logic.
Hell nah. We ain't doing this. We ain't going this far with this shit. I don't want to go.
We have to. No. You can make him laugh all you want.
But you're making assumptions.
We have to. I'm not making assumptions. You answered all my questions. How am I assuming?
About every female I had a baby with. Now I feel like
you're so wrong.
But wait,
you're so
hold on. Wait. You're so wrong. All right, that's dead. That's it dead.
So he's in a committed relationship with a woman. Hold on. He's in a committed relationship with a woman that he has children with, that he lives with, that he wants to build with, and the only reason he doesn't want the baby with the other girl is because of the girl.
Bro. I'm talking about.
Would you do that?
No. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about.
That's what you just said.
No, I'm saying
Dion, that's what you just said.
No,
you said he doesn't want to be. He's not talking about the baby. You said he's not about the baby. It's about the girl.
No, I'm saying it's not about the baby. I don't think it's about the baby. It's not about the baby. The nigga's a millionaire. He can take care of a fucking kid for 18 years. It's not about the baby. It's not. You think this shit is about the kid. It's not about the kid, gang. That's my whole point. It's not about the kid.
But I just want to. I want to ask.
It's about either the shorty personally or your relationship with her. It's not about the fucking kid. The nigga has bread. It's not about he can't take care of a damn kid. The nigga can take care of 10 kids, 11 kids. Nigga, he got bread. It don't matter about how many kids he got. Gang.
If it was
it's
about
his relationship with his baby mom.
No. If it was,
if I ain't got one with you,
I'm gonna shoot you. I'm gonna shoot your shit down right here, nigga.
I don't want you to have my motherfucking
If
kid,
it was
period.
if it was about the kid, this woman's having.
You're saying that it is. Don't. We're not painting that picture. It's not about the kid.
Look. I want to say this.
I don't believe it's about the kid. You see Anthony Edwards.
I want to say this.
Think it's about the kid.
Wait.
You really think this
Dion.
don't like kids? You bugging, bro. That's what I'm saying.
I want to say this. Hold on. I want to ask this. I want to ask this. I want to ask
putting that out there. The nigga just don't want kids.
I saw it. Go ahead. I gotta go to the bathroom. I want to hear this. Go ahead.
I want to ask this.
You're tripping.
Because you said that's fucked up of him to do. For him to send the girl money and say he doesn't want to be in the kid's life.
Yes.
Right? But Anthony Edwards has been on record saying he told Shorty when she told him she was pregnant that he did not want another baby. He told her this. And she doesn't.
Before you keep going, I'm with you. I just want to point out because I want to come back and shoot this nigga shit down. He said I don't want another baby.
Yes, he said this. He did say. He said I don't want another baby. This is what he said.
So one would be safe to assume that it's not about the girl. It's
he
about
don't want no more kids.
Okay.
That's what it's safe to assume. He doesn't want any more kids.
Okay, I'm glad you said it. I'm glad you said it and not me.
Look, he told her.
Where's the proof in the pudding?
Keep going.
He has kids with other women.
No, but he told her I don't want another baby. He said this.
I understand that.
It's not her. He said I don't want another baby. And she decided, and she came back and told him I'm having a baby whether you want to or not. So it's not. I don't think that's on Anthony Edwards. I don't think Anthony Edwards is in the wrong for what he did for sending her $1.5 million. But I believe Shorty was wrong for keeping the baby and then asking him for child support or trying to put him on child support. She's wrong. I believe just like women have the right to choose whether to have the baby or not have the baby, I believe you guys have, women, I believe y'all have that right. I also believe it is safe to say that men should also have the right to either be there or not be there. And if you tell me off rip, when you come tell me you pregnant and I tell you I don't want you to have this baby, and you decide to choose to have this baby anyway, that baby is solely on you. It is solely your responsibility to raise that baby. Don't ask me for shit because I told you I don't want this baby.
That should be like it.
The only reason
make that like
I do feel some ways about that. I do feel some ways about that. But the only reason I don't give much pushback is because women have told me that exact same thing. Women. Single mothers have told me that if a man gets you if you messing around with a man and you know before y'all even have sex that he don't want no more kids and he gets you pregnant and you decide to have that kid, you need to buckle up and prepare that you're going to be raising this baby by yourself. So, okay, that's cool. I also believe, though, that if any man makes a baby and the baby comes into this world, you created that child and it is your responsibility to take care of that child. I, Michael Flicks, would never make a baby and not take care of it. Even if I told the girl before we have sex that I don't want any more kids, and I don't. I got my 2 and I'm done. If I were to have some slip up, it wouldn't happen because I'm not living like that. But if I had some type of slip up and a girl had my baby, I'm taking care of that child because I created that child. That child deserves to have their biological father in their life taking care of them. So no, any person that creates a child is responsible to be in that child's life. So I think Anthony Edwards is dead wrong. I think Shorty is being irresponsible by having a baby with a man that clearly doesn't want to be a part of the kid's life. But once the baby's here, the baby can't control whether they get here or not. And the 2 people that created that child need to take care of that child. So any man that doesn't want to be in the kid's life, that nigga's a scumbag to me.
Look, and Anthony, listen.
That nigga, I don't.
What you said? What you said? Wait.
Yes, I don't even hang out. I don't even hang out or kick it or talk to niggas that don't take care of their kids. You don't even have kids. I'm talking to you. You don't even have kids.
This is what you said. Take care of, right?
It's crazy.
Hold on, wait.
For making a baby and not taking care of it?
Because you don't know the situation with him and his baby mom.
Nigga, he shouldn't have had unprotected sex and had a baby then, nigga.
That shit happens. When Shorty tell you she on birth control, like bitches be lying too. You talking about? Shorty be lying, telling you they on birth control, they not. Tell you that it's cool and it's not.
So let her baby grow up with no dad. So let her baby grow up with no dad. So let her baby grow up with no dad. Say yes or no. Yes or no.
That's not what I'm saying.
That is what you're saying.
You're saying that. That's what you're saying. That you're trying.
Answer the question.
I'm not saying.
Answer it.
That's not what I'm
saying. Answer it.
The point is saying that this nigga could have been lied to. He could have been deceived. She could have told him this and she could have did that.
All that
matters.
It does.
That shit don't matter.
I'm not saying
it matters.
It does matter, but all that being on the table, once the baby gets here, should the dad take care of it?
What?
Listen,
bro.
No. Fuck that. I want him to answer. I want him.
Mom and the fucking dad.
Okay. And he's the dad.
It's not on the mom. It's not just on the dad. It's on the mom and the dad.
And he's the dad.
What does that matter? She's the mom.
So he's
responsible too.
So.
Is she not responsible?
She's gonna raise the kid.
Did she not open her legs?
She's gonna have
Did she not allow this nigga to come in her knowing damn what
she's gonna have the.
No.
Yes. Okay. So I answered your question. Now let me talk. I answered your question. Now let me talk. She is responsible. Yes.
Okay. Then.
Yes.
So what?
Yes.
How do we hold her to that? How?
In court.
How do you do that?
In court.
But you know how to hold a nigga accountable. How do you do that to her?
That's not for me to control.
In court.
That's not for me to control.
Accountable in court. That shit don't work,
nigga. The baby doesn't give a fuck. Nigga, the baby doesn't give a fuck about court. You're talking about court. You're talking about court, and there's a child that needs to be raised.
I'm talking about the mom and the daddy.
No,
the child is pure.
No. The child needs their dad.
It should be yes. Cool.
The child needs their dad.
And the mom.
The mom is gonna be there. She has no choice. She's gonna raise the baby. If you're no. If you're talking about raising a baby, and who's responsible, yes. So let me answer that. Yes, both are. So let me answer that.
So if the mom
this nigga don't never shut up and let me talk, bro. This nigga don't never stop. You made your point. Can I answer your point? You made your point. Can I answer? You made your point. Can I answer?
That's you saying.
You made your point. Can I answer?
Go ahead.
Both people are responsible for this kid. You said both mom and dad. No, I agree with that. Absolutely not. She's pregnant. She's gonna push this baby out and she's gonna take care of it. That is her responsibility to take care of the kid. Anthony Edwards needs to step up to his responsibility and also take care of the kid, not just with his finances. With his finances.
Okay, you're speaking on like them starting on like the same basis on like that.
No, I'm not. I'm talking about what the kid needs. This nigga loves to talk about what a nigga is saying, other than what a nigga is actually saying.
That's really what you just said.
No, it's not.
She had the kid.
I'm not talking about where they start at. I'm talking about what you said. I'm talking about what I'm saying is what this child is.
You like to paint a narrative on like what it is. Nigga, speak on what you.
I can only talk on what it is. What are you talking about?
What you think it is?
I'm talking about what it is.
No,
there's a baby.
No, you know what his.
What I know is.
What's his relationship with his other baby mamas that he had kids with? What is it?
That's irrelevant when it comes to this baby.
Relevant as fuck.
No, it doesn't. No, it's not.
All right.
When it comes to this baby,
relevant that he had kids with other bitches.
Nigga. If I grow up,
what's his relationship with the kids he had with other children?
If I grow up 17 years without my dad, I don't give a fuck about what you had going on with your other kids. Nigga, I needed you. I don't care what you had going on with your other kids. That's all I'm talking about. You can talk about all that other shit. I'm talking about what this kid needs. I'm talking about what this kid needs. And he's saying that he's not going to take care of the kid.
Bro, for you to throw some judgment on some shit, you got to know that shit.
It's not judgment. Every kid needs their dad.
Scumbag. What are you talking about judgment?
To make a baby and not raise it?
A scumbag, you don't know 100% of the situation. What are you talking about judgment? That's judgment.
You don't have to be in the mom's life.
Okay. You don't have to know 100% to know to judge some shit. To call a nigga a scumbag, you don't know 100% of the situation, of the info.
You're a scumbag if you make a baby and don't want to be in the baby's life.
That's some that shit.
This is a nigga that don't have kids, so I don't even want to keep talking to him. You can't.
I would never in my life call a nigga out his name unless I know 100% fact. What the fuck is going on? You don't even know what you're talking about. You just saying the nigga's a scumbag because you heard some shit.
I'm speaking on what I'm seeing. I'm speaking on what I'm seeing.
Last two shorties?
No, with this one. I'm speaking on what I've seen.
He said shit with all his baby
I'm talking about. Yeah, you keep doing that. We're talking about this one.
Exactly.
We're talking about this one.
Not fair to judge.
And he told.
He has multiple relationships.
Again, if I'm this kid, I don't give a fuck what you told these other women.
I'm not talking about how the kid feel. You keep going.
That's all I'm talking about, though.
No.
That's what I'm saying. This nigga don't listen. All I'm ever talking about is the kid.
Going back from how he feel,
I gotta use
how
the
dad feel to how
the
kid feel. Nigga, Fuck what the kid feel.
That's all. No,
that's one kid.
I can't talk to him now. He said fuck what the kid feels.
He has multiple kids.
He said fuck what the kid feels. I'm done. I gotta go.
That's why I'm saying it. I want to say it because this nigga's taking how one kid feels.
I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. This nigga said fuck how the kid feels.
This nigga's taking how one.
That's the most important thing in this scenario.
Because this nigga talked to him. Because of how one kid may feel, how he think one kid may feel, and he's taking that and basing that on how he is with all his kids. Nigga, what?
I worked in childcare for 15 years, and I've talked to mad kids, hundreds, maybe thousands.
That don't mean
so I'm not speaking out of turn. I'm not speaking out of turn.
This nigga.
I've spoken to hundreds, maybe thousands of kids.
Let me ask you this.
And this nigga just said that what fuck what the kid feels.
He's all one kid.
Fuck what nigga talking about. Let me ask you this. Before you go to the restroom, let me ask you this. Before you go to the restroom, let me ask you this.
You're picking and choosing. No, hey, look, this
fuck what this nigga talking about. He ain't got kids. Fuck this nigga talking about, bro.
No. This nigga's nitpicking. He's talking about one motherfucking kid that this nigga's talking about he wanted to get aborted with this one shorty. And you want to talk about that's how the nigga feel about all his kids. What kind of goofy shit is that? If the nigga said it's one shit about one shorty, you gonna sit there and paint that over the wall. That's how he is about, that's how he is with shorty?
I have two examples.
Nigga, 2. He has more kids than 2. He has 4 kids.
Outside of his relationship?
Yes. No. I'm talking about 1.
4 kids total.
He has 4 kids total. 1 in his relationship.
Yeah,
and the rest
the rest are out. One with him, and the rest are out.
Do your homework, my nigga. You just that's what I'm saying.
But wait. Let me ask you this.
To call this nigga a scumbag, you have not done your homework, my nigga. You're
but
the fuck you haven't.
I want to ask you this.
The most family. No, fuck that. He's the most family-oriented nigga in the NBA. Smile on his face. Bro. I'm talking about young nigga, not overall, because obviously LeBron's in. I'm talking about young nigga. Yes, bro. The nigga has a whole family, take care of his family. Nigga don't have a mama.
But he make babies and don't take care of them.
But hold on, sit down. Wait. Before you question, let me ask. Hold on, bro.
No, I'm not jacking none of that.
Wait. I want to ask Fix a question. I want to ask.
Baby and not take care of it. You can do that. I would never.
I want to ask Flex a question. Hold on, bro. I want to ask.
You can make a baby and not take care of it.
You said that. You said that. So I want to ask you a question, bro. Right?
Nah, I'm on some mature shit.
Say you make a baby with a shorty, right?
Yeah.
You want to be present in little shorty's life, the baby, the little jit. You want to be present in the kid's life. But the baby mother won't allow you to be present.
You don't know what that's like.
So, but no, listen, I'm asking a question. I'm asking a question.
So have I.
I'm asking a question.
I've seen it with my daddy.
And I've seen it with my uncle.
I've seen it.
I'm asking a question.
I've seen it with my daddy. So I was a kid. I'm my daddy. What are you talking about?
Is your uncle a scumbag?
You don't know what you're talking about.
Is your uncle a...
Me firsthand? No, I don't have firsthand experience. I have secondhand experience.
Okay.
And I don't even have that. You don't have secondhand experience?
Okay.
You have third-hand experience. Okay. You probably, and I'm not even giving you that. I'm going off based on what you're saying. Okay. Because you're telling me that you've been around friends, family members, uncles, aunties that have like baby mama, baby daddy drama. Cool. That's third-hand experience shit. That's not like, of course, me, you can't say, and actually you can say, because I've had a shorty that I got pregnant, but she had an abortion. So you can kind of say that and not say that. That was in high school. That was old shit. But like my mama and my daddy, yeah. Baby mama, baby daddy. It wasn't no marriage relationship, so like I went through the whole like beefing, tug of war.
So because my parents are happily married and I haven't experienced it, my opinion on it isn't valid.
Yes. Does that make sense?
I disagree, but
that makes sense though, right?
I'll appreciate your opinion, but
does that make sense to you?
I firmly disagree.
It makes sense, but I'm not saying his opinion is invalid.
Like if you grew up in the hood, you don't know what the fuck going on in the hood. Yeah, that makes sense.
Sure.
If you're not, there's a difference between being an expert on gorillas and actually being a gorilla type shit. There's a difference.
You're an expert.
No, I would say I am a gorilla.
Okay.
I would say you were an expert in gorillas.
So
you've been around them. You seen it. You seen the baby mama drama, baby daddy drama, but you ain't really been in it type shit. You seen it. You've been around it.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm not saying
bro, I don't take it as a shot. I'm just listening to you.
Not trying to.
I'm just waiting for my chance to speak back.
Go ahead.
So if I've had several 15 years, bro, and let's maybe say 13 and a half, 14, close to 15 years of working in childcare, a lot of those years working with middle school and high school children and counseling them and talking to them while they talk about their broken homes and how much they wish their dad was here. And yeah, I know, like I've had little girls and little boys tell me, yeah, I know my dad told my mom when she got pregnant that she didn't want me. You know what trauma that brings, bro?
To you?
To the child.
Oh yeah.
To the child. When a child knows that their dad does not want them.
Wait, what are you saying? To say what?
All I'm saying is, I've never experienced it.
I think you're an expert on. I think you're an expert. Yeah.
I'm not an expert.
I don't think you are a gorilla though, gang. You're not like you haven't.
I never said I was.
Okay, so that's my only point though. Unless you've been through the shit, you don't really know what's going on. You can't say you know. An expert on gorilla cannot call themselves a gorilla gang.
And you've never had a baby.
Yes or no?
No, and you've never had a baby.
No.
And you're not a dad.
But I'm not talking about on having a baby and having a dad. I'm talking about
that's
baby
what
mama.
That's what this is about, though.
Baby mama.
No, that's not.
We're talking about baby mama and baby mama drama. Baby mama, baby daddy drama. That's what we're talking about.
You said your parents didn't like each other. Was your dad still there for you?
That's baby mama and baby daddy
drama. Was your dad still there for you?
Yes. When he could be. What is that? I'm saying, what is that? What? That doesn't mean that they didn't like each other though, gang.
We're not
compromised.
We're not speaking to
no.
Dion.
At the time that they compromised,
you're saying.
You see what I'm saying? Just because a few times they got along, you trying to make it seem like they wasn't beefing. They was beefing, gang.
Did your dad actively choose to be a part of your life?
What is that? If he did or didn't.
If you don't want to talk about this, we can.
No, but I'm saying, what point does that? That's what I'm saying. What?
If you answer the question, I can get to my point. Answer the fucking question.
It don't matter. But I'm saying, I don't have to tell yes or no, yes and no. What does that mean though? That's what I'm saying. What is your point overall?
That's
that?
all.
Because you like to create narratives and ask questions.
No, I don't.
Okay,
bro.
so what are you saying?
No, I don't.
My whole point
if you just answer the question, I can tell you what I'm getting to, nigga.
Make it seem like it's
you don't
want to
answer the question because you feel like I'm gonna nail you down to something. Just answer the question. I can tell you what my point is.
It's not the same thing, gang. Did
your dad choose to actively be a part of your life?
Yes. He wants to be a dad.
That's the difference. Anthony Edwards is choosing not to do that.
Gang, but that's because of, you know why my dad chose to do that? Because my mama was cool as fuck. He told me that out of his own mouth.
And my point is...
Not because if she was an asshole, he would have chose very much the opposite.
Did this woman say she don't want Anthony Edwards to be a part of the baby's life?
Did she tell you that?
We've seen what she said.
That's what I'm saying, like, gang, did she tell you that? She told you she didn't want Anthony Edwards to be a part of life? Did she say that to you? Did she say that? Did she say that in public?
To me. This nigga said, did she tell me?
No, I'm saying, like, did you read it?
What the fuck are you saying?
Did you read it? Did you read it? Did you read her saying that?
Yes, I've read everything she's put.
Her saying she don't want Anthony Edwards to be a part of the baby life.
She never said that.
Okay then. So what does that mean? She never said it? Because she never said it publicly. It was never said.
Let's move on, bro.
I'm asking you, Mike, because that's what you're saying.
You're not making any fucking sense.
Yeah, let's move on.
Wait, no, wait. You just said
you're not making any sense, bro.
Okay, now niggas.
You're not making any sense.
We do got other shit to do.
Niggas don't want no. Now niggas don't want no.
Dion, you're not making any sense. You're not making any sense, bro.
Mike, you said publicly, right? Publicly, did she say she don't want him to be a part of her life? So what the fuck are you talking about?
Nothing, Dion.
Okay, what are you talking about? We ain't talking about that.
You're not making any fucking sense, bro.
I ain't making no sense.
No.
I done been through this shit, but I ain't making no sense.
You haven't had a baby. You haven't been through it.
No, but I've been through the tug of war. We're talking about the tug of war. We ain't talking about having a kid.
We are talking about having a kid.
We're talking about the tug of war.
Let's move on, bro. Let's move on. We are talking about having a kid.
You think it's about him just having kids? You don't think it has nothing to do with the relationship between the baby mama?
Let's move on, bro.
This shit is crazy.
We are talking about having kids.
We're talking about the relationship between him and his baby moms, gang.
No, we're not. That's what you choose to talk about.
Because that's what you brought up. You called him a scumbag for that shit.
Not because of his relationship with the woman.
That matters.
No, the fuck it doesn't, nigga. No, it doesn't.
You don't know that because you haven't experienced that.
Neither have you. You haven't had a baby.
He has.
You haven't had a baby.
I have, though. I have. What? No, not a baby, but I'm saying I have experienced that. Where it does matter. It does matter. Does it not? It matters. You don't know that because you haven't experienced that. That's my point. You don't see that. It don't make sense to you.
You're bringing up a point that nobody's making, and that's not relevant.
Gang, you just do baby mamas and baby daddies beef?
Yeah.
She's not trying to beef with him.
How do you know that? That's what I'm saying. This nigga don't know that. He's just saying it.
So you're bringing up hypotheticals that no one knows.
Gang, I'm saying
we can Dion.
Exactly what I'm saying.
We can
we don't know. You're telling me he's a scumbag because he should be doing this. He should be. I'm telling you, we don't know. We don't know what the fuck their relationship is. He could be very much beefing with her. That's why he don't want the kid. You know why I know that could be true? Because it's possible. Is it not possible? It's very much possible. You don't see that to be possible because you haven't experienced that shit. That's what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah, I know.
You don't see it to be possible.
What's next?
Yeah, I know.
It's impossible for you to be beefing with a sort that you had a kid with because you had a kid with her. So you can't be like beefing with her because you had a kid with her. No. Nigga, that happens. It's common.
And again, you're talking about something that I'm not talking about.
But all right, but I'm just saying.
Your beef with the baby mom has nothing to do with your relationship with your kid.
It's the fuck it does.
And if she's not,
DJ.
All right, let's move on. Let's move on.
DJ.
Let's move on.
Can you correct this nigga real quick?
Why do women?
Your beef with the baby mom has nothing to do with your relationship with the kid.
For sure.
If
Yes, the fuck it does. What are you talking
if
about,
she's
bro?
keeping you from the kid?
And it's the same thing that I said. She has a choice to do shit.
Let's move on. Bro.
If she got all the authority and all the choice.
Let's move on. This will be our last topic.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
This will be our last topic. Got that argument I was looking for, though.
Let's get the voicemail.
You know what? We'll end on the voicemail.
Let's get the
We'll end on the voicemail.
Let's get to the voice note.
Good call. Good call.
You know, he the only one that did what we asked him to do.
Right.
Let's go ahead and show homie the respect that he deserved for doing it.
Where you at, Alex? There you go. All right. Let's try to answer this nigga within. Well, I ain't gonna do that. Let's just get to it. All right. Let me intro it real quick. All right. So I said I wanted a heated debate, and we definitely had a heated debate. I hope that happens every episode, actually.
Hey man, for sure, that's what we needed.
Absolutely. I was about to tell everybody me and Dion shook hands off camera, but man, we co-hosts and we friends. We friends in real life, so we gonna have these debates, and we don't even gotta shake hands to make sure it's cool. We dogs in real life, so
Just know it's good money.
absolutely. It's my dog all day. All right, so we it's a new segment we doing here on the Ain't Got It Yet podcast. We doing voicemails and voice notes that people send to us. We put out a message, so people to send stuff in. And actually, before I even ask, he sent this message in. So we can go ahead and play it right now, and hopefully we can give my guy some advice that he could use. Let's listen to the voicemail.
This is Alex Antonio. I was letting you guys wanting to know about what I had mentioned to you guys on the message. So this is about, so I'm 49, and this girl that I got to meet, and we hit it off real good and started dating already, and she's only 40, but already this past weekend we already had a argument, and the argument was about her, like, not including her, just planning her own with her friends, and not, like I can say, consulting with me, like knowing that she's already with me at the moment, and tells me to bring her back home because she's got to go do this with her friends. And when I talked to her about it yesterday, I was telling her, like, hey, this is not cool, why do you do this to me in the last 4 days, since Thursday actually, that we're doing something, and all of a sudden you gotta go home because so-and-so is gonna go pick you up, and you guys are gonna go to the bar, and so-and-so is gonna do something, and you gotta go do it with them. Like, you can't, my thing was telling her was, you can't explain to her, like, hey, I'm with my boyfriend, we're out doing something, but she pretty much put it as in her friends come first, because those are her best friends, and they're always there for her, and she's vice versa. But I told her, I understand that, and I'm not keeping you away from your friends, but at the time that we are together, why are you cutting me short to go be with your friends? And she doesn't see a problem with it. I do, and I just don't get it. And this is not the first. This is other girls that I've dated, and they come with that too as well, as in, oh, well, I'm gonna go do this, when we're already doing something, pretty much like not a good planning. And when I already planned the time with her, and she ended up cutting it short because she's got to go do something with her friends. So that's an issue that I kind of want to see, like, how would you go by that? Because I talked to one friend that has that same problem, but he's like, oh, I dealt with it. It doesn't bother me. How does it not bother you? So it does bother me, though. he doesn't see that it's a problem to him, but I mean, maybe everybody's different. So if anything can help, that'd be great. And I'll hear you guys tomorrow if it goes that you guys are gonna do this. All right, thank you.
What advice we got from my man Alex, man?
I got some advice for you, Alex. Leave her immediately, brother. Leave her. No matter how much you like her, how much she likes you. My whole thing is, bro, like, if she cutting time with you short to go out with her friends, there's nothing wrong with her having friends. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying, keep shorty away from her friends. Don't do that. Let her have friends, bro. But, like, at the same time, she got to respect that, like, first of all, she got to respect you and your time and the time that you guys are going to spend together. Like, if she's leaving you early to go hang out with her friends, that's a problem. Like, something's not right. Like, she should be leaving her friends to go hang out with you, not leaving you to go hang out with her friends. Like, and if you're with her, you guys are out doing things, and she's cutting y'all time short to go kick it with her friends, bro, she probably not really fucking with you the way that you fucking with her.
My bad.
Because I'm going to keep it a band. Shorties, like my man's right here say all the time, shorties break rules for niggas they fuck with, and they make rules for niggas they don't. So shorty is going to leave her friends.
Good point.
To go hang out with you, but she not going to leave you to go hang out with her friends. She going to tell her friends, yo, look, I'm with my man right now. When we're done, then we can kick it. She's not going to cut your shit short for y'all to go, for them to go do whatever they're going to do. What I call it is, I call it doing hood rat things with her hood rat friends. That's what I call it. So my advice to you, bro, is if you really want to fuck with her, you really want to be with her, you feel me, be like your one homie and not have a problem with it. But it sounds like you got a problem with it. And don't get me wrong, brother, I would have a problem with it too. Because, like, my time is my time. I'm not sharing my time with you with your friends. Unless we've all planned to go do something together. But, like, if I plan something for us to do for the day and you end my day short to go hang out with your friends, I'm going to be mad. Because I planned this day out for us to do what we doing and you want to end it short to go kick it with your friends.
Even if it ain't the day, even if it's just the date, these few hours, like we said, like, whatever time we left the house, we leaving at 6. I mean, we didn't set a time when we gonna be done or when we gonna be back. But if we're out enjoying our time together, and every time you just want to cut that short to go hang out with your friends, that it sounds like you don't want to be in a relationship.
Shit, I question we actually enjoying the time together. Maybe I'm enjoying the time and you not because you want to leave early.
Right.
Like, you feel me? So, like, I would just, my advice, bro, is if you want to ride it out, bro, ride it out. If that's what you want to do. But my advice to you, bro, is to not just cut that ride short. Or, better yet, start doing what she's doing to you to her. And see how it makes her feel. And if she feel the way you feel, now y'all gonna talk about it like, yo, look, I was doing it because I want you to see how it made me feel. You don't like how it made you feel. So why would I like how, like, why would, vice versa? Type shit.
My advice would be just tell her, like, yo, it sounds like you have, but just maybe like a more like sit her down and maybe have like a more clear and concise conversation. Like, yo, when we out, like, we're enjoying our time together. Whenever you leave to go hang out with your friends, it makes me feel like you're not really enjoying your time. You're not really valuing this time that we have together. And if that's the case, then maybe we don't need to be together. And honestly, bro, it sounds like she's not ready to be in a relationship.
Shit, hey, effectively communicate. Be direct, honest, and respectful. Gang.
Right. It sounds like she either isn't ready to be in a relationship or she don't really like you that much. One of the two. And so the only way for you to figure that out definitively is to sit her down and have a conversation with her. Honestly, it sounds like you do need to leave, but I don't want to say that so quick. Because, I mean, if you met her and you locked in with her and you made her your girl, you like her like a lot. Like, I only make a girl, like, I got like a lot of girls. But until, like, if I make you my girlfriend, like, I'm damn near in love with you. So either have that conversation with her and tell her, like, hey, yo, listen, like, when we out together, it makes me feel like you don't really value me or our time or our space, and it makes me feel away. And if she still continues to leave when y'all out on dates, then she ain't the girl for you, bruh. And if you have I would say, if you have the conversation with her and she isn't really receptive to what you're saying, it sounds like this ain't the girl for you, fam.
Easily, bro. I don't know. Like I said, bro, shorties leave their friends to hang out with their niggas.
What you got for him, Dion?
Shit, I would say probably just go with your instincts, bro. To be honest, your intuitive thoughts is like one of your strongest thoughts you can have.
Facts.
Just period as a human being. So I feel like if intuitively y'all don't click, then I feel like that's a clear sign that y'all not meant to be together for a long time. Because you could like some shit, but if intuitively, if y'all can't like at least comprehend each other, if not like click, then like nah, I feel like that's the easiest sign to know like that you ain't really like you ain't tied to nobody you ain't tied to that specific person for no a long period of time. The intuitive and then secure intuitively or secure intuitively, like that shit is, to me that goes a long way type shit. Like if I ain't even gotta say it and shorty do it type shit, or and I think vice versa. Even if shorty ain't gotta say it and I do it, I feel like that goes a long way type shit. Like
I mean, they passed that now. They gotta say it. They passed that now, though. They gotta say it.
No, but I feel like a lot of times that shit'll let you know, like, if you locked in with somebody long term or not. Like, if you could deal with somebody long term or not, because they just get you or you just get them. So I feel like
I hear you.
Intuitively, if she just not on the same shit you on, like you just don't know where she gonna come or how she gonna be this day, or she don't, you know what I'm saying? Or like how he was saying, if he don't like it, like if he can't tell what it is, but he don't like it, I'm gonna go with that. You don't like it because I feel like somebody that's you tapped in with long term, it's gonna be little shit like that you like. If it's little shit like that you don't like, then it's like you shouldn't be tapped in with that person. It should be no point where you come into like convincing or showing that person that this is good or you good or nah, fuck that. Anybody that you tapped in with long term, you're gonna be off the dribble. It's gonna be like that intuitive shit is just gonna match up. It's gonna just make sense type shit.
And to that point, and I wouldn't have thought of this unless he said that. Shout out to the bro. Shout out to Dion. I wouldn't have thought of this unless he said it. It sounds like, bro, y'all didn't take enough time getting to know each other before you made her your girlfriend.
For sure.
Facts.
Because if you would have took more time, you would have seen that. You would have been taking her out on dates, and she would have been leaving to go be with her friends, and you would have felt a way about that and never made her your girlfriend. Like that's why like I mean,
and that's not your fault, but I'm just
but just take more time,
take it for what it is.
And that's why I said like
those are your intuitive thoughts. That's damn low key like God or whatever God you believe in speaking to you, like telling you like that's not your person. You need to be like growing with, building with, like. And
that's why to my point, I think it was last episode when I was saying like I gotta damn near be in love with you for you to be my girlfriend. By the time I'm feeling like I'm falling in love with you, I've seen all of these scenarios. Like I've seen this. I've been out with you when you got a call that your friends was at the beach or doing something lit and you wanted to go do it and you decided to include me or not. And I've been with you when, you know what I'm saying, we were out at dinner and you heard about something and you made a choice on whether you was gonna go or not. Or, you know what I'm saying, or just like maybe your house is where all your friends kick it at all the time. And me and you are in here and like few of your friends hit you like, yo, what's up? We trying to pull up and have some drinks because your house is the kicking spot. And whether or not you say like, oh no, I'm in here with my dude right now, maybe another time, or you're like, yeah, y'all pull up. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you got to read all of that. And it's cool if she tells them like, yeah, y'all pull up. But if she's like, hey, yo, my friends want to come over, is that cool with you? Or my friends are coming over. Like my friends are about to be here. We finna have a date with my friend. Like if she asks you if that's cool, or tells you that's about to happen and sees how you rock with it, that's all things that you need to experience and consider and live through before you decide to make her your girlfriend. That's why I always say I'm never telling a girl like that situation. I would be in that situation before she's my girlfriend because I'm never telling anybody what to do. I want to see what you want to do so I can determine how I'm going to move based on that.
Exactly.
And after I see how you would rather move in certain scenarios, whether or not you consider me or not, whether you include me or not, and that's gonna determine whether I want to move forward with you or not. So it sounds like respectfully, bro, I know you. I mean, you older than me. You what? I'm 30. You 13 years older than me. So I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I'm never shooting at you like that. But honestly, bro, it sounds like you didn't. It sounds like you didn't take the time. You didn't take enough time dating her and courting her and getting to know her before you made her your girlfriend. And now that she is your girlfriend, it seems like you got to make you. I would say you got to sit her down and have that conversation. And after you have that conversation, you got a choice to make.
But also to another thing, like he mentioned, right? If you guys are spending time together, right, and she includes you in those plans, like if her friends hit her like, oh, we finna go to the bar, we finna go to the beach, we finna go bowling, and she hits you like, yo, look, my friends want to do this. Do you want to come with us? That's completely different than her just like, hey, I'm going home, drop me off, so I'm gonna hang out with my friends. That's also a completely different scenario, because if she's including you in those plans, she rock with you and she enjoys spending time with you. But she wants to keep spending time with you.
And
but
she want her friends to get to know you. She wants you to be a part of her circle. But if y'all out and she's saying drop me off so my friends come pick me up and we can go out,
she's not the one for you, bro. Like I said, shorties. He said it actually. Shorties make rules for niggas they don't fuck with, and they break rules for niggas that they do. Shorties make time for niggas they fuck with, and they find time for niggas they don't fuck with. Like,
and honestly, bro, it sounded like you early enough to break up with her and not so many emotions be too tarnished and not like lives be like messed up too much. So I wouldn't say leave her. It sounds like she's not the girl for you. But if you like her that much and you feel like she is the girl for you, I'd say sit her down and have the talk. And if you don't hear what you like back, then yeah, it's time to chunk the deuce. Like, y'all ain't got years in. Like y'all not.
I would just say pay attention to the signs, bro. Like,
yeah.
If you already feeling like it's iffy, then just get the
it's probably iffy.
Yeah,
if you already feeling. But I'm speaking from my experience. I've had shorties leave their friends to come hang out with me. I've never had a shorty leave me to go hang out with her friends.
I've had it where. Excuse me, pardon me, fellas. Damn, my bad. I've had it where I've been out, like we didn't say like this is our date day and we finna do X, Y, and Z, but it was like, yo, we finna spend the day. I don't want to say spend the day together, but it's understood that like I'm pulling up and we finna be together today.
Yeah, it's our day.
Yeah, and I've been out with her, and she got her like, oh, like literally last summer. It was like, oh, they had Lafayette, they at the pool. Like, oh, my friends at the pool. Do you want to pull up over there? And that wasn't the plans we had. And honestly, when she said that to me, I was like, that ain't really what I had planned for the day. But a pool day sounds cool. Like I've met, and also this is also a part of it. I had met a couple of her friends. I'm like, I know a couple of your friends is cool. Like it'll probably be cool. It honestly, it did frustrate me. It did frustrate me because it was like I didn't really have the whole day planned out, but I planned on it just being you and I. Whatever we doing, we finna go get drinks, we finna go to the beach, we finna go get food, whatever we doing, I planned on it just be you and I. And that I was really looking forward to it just be you and I. I didn't want to have to share your time with you and your friends. I didn't want to have to do that. So it was frustrating. But I'm like, you're not my girl yet, this is what you want to do. Let me see how it goes. And I went. I was frustrated going, but I went and ended up having a good time. But it was also because she said, like, hey, yo, my friends is over here. Do you think this would be fun? You know what I mean? And I had a choice to be like, nah, let's just do what we was doing. Or, you know what, let's go check that out. And I decided to say, let's go check that out. And I was frustrated in saying it. She's not my girl. Let me just see. This is the choice. Like, let me just see. And I ended up having a good time. But she included me. She said, would you like to?
But like to your point, right? You had a choice, right? So I've come to learn over my 29 years of life, damn near 30, I turned 30 in July. But I've come to learn, right, that not just men, but women
also tripods. Thank you.
Also go for a lot more shit. They do a lot more shit. They put up with a lot more shit when they have the choice to do so. Why should you want to shut this shit early? Now, if y'all day is pretty much at the end when she do the shit, like you made it up in your mind, you finna go drop her off at home anyway. It's not that big of a deal, bro. But if you in the middle of your shit and she wanna leave, she ain't really. I'm telling you, gang, she's not the one for you. And don't take my word for it, bro. As a matter of fact, you mentioned it to your partner, and your partner was like, "Oh, I talked to his shorty. He talked to his shorty about it, and he's cool with it." Right? Ask your other partners how they feel about it.
I guarantee you, they not all gonna be cool with it like he's cool with it. He's probably cool with it on some other shit because they probably got years invested in this shit, and he's been putting up with it for so long already. So it's like it's normal to him. Like if it's a new thing, like I'm telling you, bro, like she's not the one for you. If she really fuck with you, she's not gonna want to leave you to go hang out with them. We all hear this on a daily basis where girls get boyfriends and forget they friends exist. That is a normal thing for women. When they get a boyfriend, the only thing that is important to them for real is their man.
And then they gotta find that balance. Like, okay, I've been hanging out with my man too much. Let me find my friends and then find the balance. She ain't trying to find a balance. She like, all right, my man is on the back burner.
Yeah, you never gonna hear that where it's like, oh,
Pay attention to the sign.
yeah, bro. Like I'm saying a heartbreak now, bro.
Intuition game.
This might be your last one, gang. Like I don't know. This might be your last heartbreak. You might not survive another one, bro. You feel me?
Hey, and I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna say this, and we finna end the podcast in a second. I feel like we've been giving you advice for like a good 5 minutes here, but that's what you asked for. I mean, I'm gonna just keep it funky with you, gang. We you know what I'm saying? I feel like I shouldn't say that because people might be looking at their Instagram when they send the questions in and all that. But like, you a handsome guy. Like you ain't gotta like be hung up on. I don't know what she looked like, but no matter what she looked like, you ain't gotta be hung up on one girl. Like you a good looking dude. Like I would assume you got your stuff together. Like you ain't gotta be hung up on one girl. Like I know it's tough. Like when you really like her, but I mean, if she not reciprocating what you would want from a long term, and you 49, like respectfully, if she not reciprocating what you would want from a long term mate, then chunk her the deuce and go find the one that's gonna be a compatible partner for you. The one that's not gonna leave you when you out on date night.
The one that will show you that.
1000%. Hey, if she wanted to,
that's gonna be one of the first.
She would.
Make sure you see.
If she wanted to, she would, brother. Just leave it at that, bro.
My guy Alex, I hope we gave you hope we answered your question, gave you the advice that you was looking for, fam. We gave you a lot of different perspectives, honestly. I gave you a couple. DJ gave you one. Dion gave you one. You got at least 4 here. So I mean, you know what I mean. And you sent the question in for a reason. You know what I'm saying. You rock with the podcast. You value our perspectives to some degree. So I mean, you know what I mean. Find something that you agree with. You know what I'm saying. The stuff that you agree with, the stuff that you don't, and figure out how you gonna move forward, my guy. Hey, best of luck to you too.
Yeah,
best of luck to you too. Best of luck to you too. Hey, I'm gonna say this though. You deserve a woman that you take her out on a date and she only wants to spend time with you. Now I'll leave it at that. And on that note, y'all good? Anything pressing on your hearts and minds y'all want to get off before we get out of here, man?
Nah.
We solid?
Hey man, we appreciate y'all tuning in to episode 79.
Yeah.
Come back for episode 80.
Yeah.
81.
Hey, shout out to the Sharks. 2 back-to-back home games this weekend. Saturday and Sunday. Pull up.
Oh, we
Saturday,
in there.
I think we play at 7. Sunday, I think we play at 3, if not 7. Probably 5. But I'll get to y'all. I'll let y'all know that. But
I'll make
a movie, bro.
I'll make a post about it on the podcast page. We need as many heads out, and not just like that. They number 1 in the West. They got a fire record, not just because like they need the support. They doing well because they deserve the support.
Right.
They deserve the support. So pop out, check out the Sharks game. My guy Dion going crazy. It's a dope environment, man.
And put like this, at the very least, you get to meet the members of the pod in person.
Straight like that.
'Cause we all finna be there.
Straight like that. Straight like that.
So pull up, man.
And we appreciate y'all tapping into another episode. It's been episode 79 of the Ain't Got It Yet podcast. I'm Michael Flicks.
I'm the Don, a.k.a. Dredgy Jackson, a.k.a. Nemo Hoes, a.k.a. Mr. Put That Shit On. What the fuck you talk about? Yeah.
Man, hold on. I don't know one on the DJ. There's only one of me, baby, but there's plenty of you. One of me, there's 1,000 of yous.
I heard what he said. We appreciate y'all tapping in, man. Until next time, take care.